Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Friday, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world and the world to New Zealand. And you've really got to ask, what's the motivation behind some actions when extreme weather hits? So we've got this big heat wave in Australia, right? I mean, Australia is basically, it's turned into a hellscape. Used to be the lucky country, and now it's pretty much post-apocalyptic. Anyway, what this is a picture of is somebody cooking bacon and eggs on the roof of a car. Which, of course, is immediately what I think when it gets hot. I'm thinking, thank God I can finally do some cooking on the top of my car. Like, why? Just because you can do it doesn't mean that you should do it. And it reminds me of when there's a flood, and immediately you have people, when there's a snowstorm in an unexpected place, people go tobogganing down the street. That's not so strange. But when there's a flood, you get a bit of this thing going on. Suddenly people are wakeboarding down the street. And in fact, when I looked up images, it happens everywhere. It's the thing. And so I'm thinking, are you just waiting for this opportunity? You've always wanted to go wakeboarding down the street. And finally it floods. And you go, right, get the ATV, get the wakeboard, get my wetsuit on, away we go. This is the chance I've been waiting for my whole life. And the same thing with cooking breakfast on your car. I don't understand what that's about. Another thing that I can't really go for is this plan they've got in Christchurch in the red zone. There's they've transformed a bit of it to help children recover from earthquake-related stresses. Now that sounds like a good idea. The Avon Otakaro network. Excuse me, I should have pre-read that. They're running programs with a focus on letting children express themselves. See, it was all sounding so good right up until that. I don't think any of us want children to express themselves. I suppose they can do it as long as we're not around and we don't have to put up with it. Speaking of the kids and helping the kids, children at Auckland's Starship Hospital are now being offered a virtual reality system. Which means that, so they might, because a lot of those kids are stuck there for a long time undergoing treatment, and it means that they can sort of go out into the world via VR. Now, again, that's a good idea, but it's just looking into the near future. We're one step away from that WALL-E situation where people are just living in VR all the time and never ever leaving the house. Actually, I don't know why I'm so upset about that. That sounds awesome. Finally, major public transport issues in Auckland. So first up, there's a signal problem this morning, which has meant that all the trains had to stop right where they are. Some of them even in tunnels, and people had to walk out of the tunnels. So must be a major problem with the signals. It's obviously, I don't know what that means, but it's going to take them a long time to fix, apparently. It's because they've had to stop all the trains. So, but don't worry, your train tickets can be used on buses. Now, that sounds good in theory, except if you're using, this is another story, if you're using Auckland's public transport system over the long weekend, that's trains, buses, ferries, you need to top up your HOP card. Now, this is what you use to pay for rides on those things, because they're doing maintenance on the online system, which means all accounts will be inaccessible for almost all of Sunday from 10 till 11. 10 in the morning till 11 at night. And if you want to ring them to complain about that, you can't, because customer support will also be down, because they use the same system. And that'll be undergoing maintenance as well. That's convenient, isn't it? And this is in a city where you can't actually drive from one side of it to the other because they've dug it all up to put in more public transport. I think we need to stop calling it public transport because the transport isn't happening. I'm glennzb. Thank you so much for having me in your virtual headset. Have a lovely weekend. I'll see you on Monday.